What is going on, guys? So I'm doing something right here just to kind of keep everybody kind of up to speed on stuff. And what I mean by that, I want you guys to really sit back and we know what's going on in our world right now. It's more than look. There's more than Minneapolis that's going on right now. But what I want to do, because somebody kept asking me, not just somebody, a lot of you guys kept asking me, I would tell y'all that I got certain things that I would listen to when I go to work. I said, I have been listening to this, guys. I've been listening to this same thing every single day, every single morning on my way to work and on my way back from work. I have been listening to it for the past maybe 15 years. Now, there is some music that goes along with it, because this music, I told y'all before, is by Hans Zimmer. And this music actually tells my whole life story. Now, what I did, I had it to where I can put this music along with this speech. Now, I know that this is probably an old speech. I've never even seen the movie. I just know that one of my youth, way long time ago, um, had me listen to this, and he just said some things like, what you talk about, Brother Smith. This guy is saying things like that because I guess his parents watch a lot of old black and white films as a little white kid, you know, and he had me listen to this. And what's really amazing about that is that, guys, when you really pay attention, I don't know if you guys ever seen this, but if you pay attention to it, although it's talking about something that was going on during that time, during that era, what he's talking about in here, I apply it to things that I face today. I apply it to tackling on certain challenges. I apply it to things that I'm going to be talking about. And also, every time before I go live with you guys, or every time before I do like a video about a particular topic, I listen to this, because this is what gets me pumped up. This is what gets me motivated to actually uh, talk about the things that I talk about. I mean, it's so much rich wisdom that is said in this clip that I love it, because it reminds me every day of who I am. It reminds me every day of what I do. And it also reminds me of what I do it for. And so anyway, you asked me to do it. And like I said, I put it together with this music. But if you want to, afterwards, the music is called Time, and it's by Hans Zimmer. If you are listening to me and you're watching this right now, if you have earphones, it's probably going to be way more beneficial to have earphones on when you listen to this, because you're not going to be able to have the full effect of the bass and the boom and the thunder and all that's behind the music. And again, like I said, some people are like, oh, wow, I never thought that you would listen to. No, I listen to this every single day, the speech, and also listen to that music on its own by itself, because I tell you, that music tells my whole story. And the music is what keeps me motivated to keep doing the things that I do on here, which is nothing more than seeing and wanting to see and love human beings, and want to see human beings progress and do the best, whether it's mentally, spiritually, emotionally, and physically. So anyway, guys, without further ado, this right here is, I think it's called The Great Dictator or something like that. And it's a speech in here, but it applies today. And afterwards, somebody sent me a clip after this is going off, after this speech thing is going off. Somebody sent me a clip of something that Prince said, and also I'm gonna give her a shout out. Somebody I work with, her name is Amy, giving her a shout out. She gave me this clip of what Prince said, just to show y'all that there's some truths in a lot of things that people say, and just, why would they warn you? Then the clip after the Prince is really deep. It's really deep. I use this with my youth group before to show them about, when I tell you guys television is telling you how to vision. So I came across this clip. I forget how long ago I came across it. But the thing is, even though I don't know if this is an act or whatever like that, but it's so relevant to what's going on today, I really want y'all to just let this completely soak in. And some of y'all may have seen it. Some of y'all may have not seen it. And if you have seen it, maybe it'd be like a refresher or something for you. So anyway, watch this, guys. Again, this is something I listen to every day. I know some people are like, man, in the dictator speech, you hear things saying soldiers, but I feel like I am a soldier. I'm a soldier for human beings and everything. So when he say soldiers, this is what motivates me. Some of y'all might be corny. I do not care, but that's what helps drive me to do what I do. Okay. So anyway, again, without further ado, let's get ready to roll into it, folks.
Even now, my voice is
here is most likely the next video that you're going to go to. If you are watching the premiere, this is going to lead you to the next reaction video. This one right here is most likely going to be the video you're going to watch that has stuff to do with me and my comedy stuff, different things that I do, all right?